Hey everyone, Angie here, single mom, educator therapist, who's also recently debt free and likes to talk about what I call my humble yet fruitful life. So, I just decided to come on today to talk a little bit about vacation um, because I went on vacation or was on vacation for the past couple of weeks from work. So, a lot of you know that I am a full time educator and I actually work 12 months out of the school year with 2 weeks off, usually during the summer. I mean, I guess I could take them anytime, but it's easier just to take them during the summer. The beginning portion of the summer, I usually work a program that we have that's hosted at my school. So I did that and then when that was over at the end of July, I took 2 weeks off for vacation. So this is very different for me. This is my second year where I've been in school administration and don't get the whole summer off. Before I was a classroom teacher for 15 years and we get like a full 10 weeks off, usually in the summertime. And that was amazing. I never knew how much I took it for granted until I switched over to being a school administrator and now have a lot less time off. But it's okay. I tried to make the most of it. And so this year, what I did for vacation was went down to Williamsburg with my parents and my son for a week. And then this past week, I kind of just spent to myself. I put my son in camp and then I spent the days at home just kind of hanging out. On Monday, I met up with a friend from my former school district back down where she lives about an hour away. That's where I used to live. On Tuesday, I got a facial. On Wednesday, I went to my financial planner. On Thursday, I don't remember what I did on Thursday. Maybe I was just here on Thursday. And then on Friday, I saw two other friends. Yesterday, I saw two other friends. And this weekend, I'm home chilling, just trying to get ready for work on Monday. Last week, though, I went down to Williamsburg, as I was saying, with my parents and my son, Williamsburg, Virginia. We live in Pennsylvania, so I'm in central Pennsylvania, about 80 miles west of Philadelphia and 55 directly north of Baltimore, just for reference. My parents live back in Philadelphia. So my son and I drove down there, and then we hopped in my parents' SUV and drove about 5 hours, just under 5 hours, 4.5, down to Williamsburg, Virginia. We do this trip quite often, actually. And as I was talking about in one of my former videos, we usually go on some type of like timeshare type of free trip. And that was no different this time. In fact, as I was thinking about it, and I've done like 9 timeshare presentation trips. And usually what happens is you go to a resort, and that's how it starts off, and it happens to be a resort that offers timeshares. So, the vacations where you pay into it and you get to use it at a certain amount for a certain amount of time during the year. So, went on one of those, and then it just keeps the ball rolling. You go to one, they offer you that. You go to the presentation, and then after the presentation, they give you a trip to come back, and it just kind of keeps going and going and going. And it's usually free or very low cost. For me, I don't think I've ever paid for one. There are some people, no, that's not true. I did pay for one. I paid for Leaky Tiki, which is, I don't know if I should say the names of them, but I paid like, I don't know, $200 for like 4 days, 3 nights. And then the presentation happened and they gave you a free trip, and it just keeps cycling and cycling. The thing is, you can only go on so many within a certain amount of time through a certain company. There's several companies out there. And then they like kind of cap you at a lifetime. And I've managed to get around the system for so long, but I actually think that now they've caught on because they didn't even give me my entire gift that they were supposed to give me this time around, which was $100 gift card. They usually do offer that. And a future vacation. They did not give me the future vacation this time. This one was through Hilton, and it's because I've been on like the Diamond Resorts, Hilton's one for several times now. So they're like, this chick is banned. She's done. So 9 after 9, yeah, probably banned. However, I realized that I have not yet done um, Holiday Inns. They have their own vacation packages, and I haven't done those yet. So we're gonna do that one next year back down to Williamsburg. So we love Williamsburg. That was the long way of saying we've been several times and we really like it. It's a nice happy medium for two boomer parents, a millennial, an older millennial child, and or me being the older millennial child of them, and my Gen Alpha son. It's like just a nice mix of things to do. We stayed at a resort. It was two-bedroom condo, two-bath condo. And then they had this really great pool for my son's age. He's 8, and he made friends. He just wanted to play in the pool for the most part. They had like mini golf, they had basketball, both things that he really likes. And then there's some activities that you can do while you're there. Like they have these kid-friendly activities, and then they have things for adults as well. So like kids can make slime, adults can like do a canvas painting or a wine, paint a wine glass, things like that. So they try to make it kind of like all inclusive. Of course, we did get off the resort just a little bit. We took the ferry, the car ferry. So we drove our car on a ferry over to the other side of the James River into Surrey County, which there's not much there. It's country, but it just so happened a family cousin that my dad actually works with up in Philadelphia was there visiting his mother. Um, so we got a chance to talk to him, went over to see what it was like where he kind of grew up and went to high school. So that was kind of neat. Um, what else did we do while we were there? Uh, I feel like what else am I missing? They did one other thing that I can't quite remember. But in the past, oh yeah, I'm like holding the glass right here. Went and stopped by one of my favorite locations there, Silverhand Meadery, which if you don't know about mead, because I learned about it actually a couple years ago when I went down and went to one of their tastings. Mead is basically fermented honey wine, so it's like fermented drink made with honey. And I absolutely love that place. I got a couple bottles. My mom got a couple bottles because we don't have anything like that up here. And when we went a couple years ago, just my mom and I think we really bonded and had such a great time that this became like one of our favorite spots to go to. So we stopped by there. We didn't do the tasting this time, but we did stop by there. We also went to this place for breakfast called the Astronomical Pancake. Now, for the most part, we ate dinner at home. We had one dinner out, I think at Friendly's, not Friendly's, sorry, Fridays. Um, just because we didn't want to eat chicken anymore because we usually bring things with us to cook and to make at the condo. There's a little kitchenette. um, my mom loves to bring food that she's made at home and put it on ice and bring it down. So we only went out to dinner once at Fridays near outlets, and actually we went to the toy store for my son. We got some ice cream there. So we did little things like that. But one time we actually went to Colonial Williamsburg, which was really fun. And we did, my mom and I went one time and we did the meadery along with, we saw a play, had some barbecue. The barbecue's really good there. What else have we done? Oh, we went down to a military base, which was probably about 30 minutes outside of Williamsburg, not this time, but in the past. It has all these replicas of like airplanes and battleships. My dad likes to do the history things, or the travel things, so we'll usually do those on his account. So it's just kind of a cool place to just be chill, like I said, with intergenerationally, all of us going. We'll actually probably do more like an amusement park. We thought about it this time, but my son's still a little young and he's not quite into them. But they do have Busch Gardens there. They also have Water Country USA. There's this like go-karts place. And what's the Great Wolf Lodge? That is the one that we'll probably do next year because my son's really into like water now and he's learning to swim and things like that and likes the water attractions a little bit more. So we do plan on going again next summer. It seems like this is going to be our new family vacation spot. It's not far, like 4.5 to 5 hours isn't bad. It took us 7 coming back with traffic, but there was a lot of construction on I-95, which is the interstate that goes right up the East Coast. It's kind of like the most direct way home, north and south for us. So yeah, that took a little bit, but we worked with it. So we'll probably go again next year. Again, stay at a Holiday Inn, timeshare place if possible. I'm already looking into that and booking it. Um, and by the way, guys, I don't own a timeshare and I will never buy one. Like I go on these presentations and I'm like, no, 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 no. Now my parents, they actually own one, which they spend a lot of time on it in Atlantic City because it's close to them and that's where the home base for it is. But I think timeshares are a ripoff. Like I said in one of my other videos, I just use the system to be able to travel. So I don't know if that's good. I don't know if it's that bad, but it works for me and it works for our family. This upcoming weekend, I'm heading down to DC with my son. Another friend is coming down. She was already going to another event there, so she's just gonna stay at the hotel with us. It just made it easier. She doesn't have to book her own spot. She doesn't have to figure it out because I already had it booked. And I also have two friends who live there, one from high school and one from college. And my one from college has a little boy. He's so adorable. So, and I haven't seen her in a little while because she was out in Denver for a little bit. And I haven't seen my other friend since Christmas when she was here, and then she immediately she got COVID after. So I haven't seen her in a little bit either. So it'll be cool to like touch base with them. Take my son to the Smithsonian museums, a couple of them, probably natural history. I really want to take him to the African American Museum, but it's impossible to get tickets and get in there. I mean, it's booked for months out. And then I wanted to take him to Air and Space, but I heard it's closed. I know, right? So maybe the zoo if it's not too hot, and maybe the Native American Museum of Art is has some fun things. He might like that. Uh, do some just hanging out. The hotel has a pool. It's a pretty cool place, center area. So looking forward to that. I made a goal to kind of try to travel with him more, just me and him. And I really wanted to try to get the last bit out of summer. I have two host students that I'm hosting from other countries who are coming pretty soon. So, and school's starting August 31st for the kids. I'm already started working on some pre-planning stuff for teachers, for my department. So, like, it's winding down, so I really want to make sure I get the most out of it. But anyway, so I'll let you know how DC goes because I feel like it's kind of like my vacation vlog mood, just to kind of let you all know. DC is about 2.5 hours from here, maybe a little less with no traffic. So it's a good kind of weekend one to do. And since I know people there and I love the DC, I think I've said in another video, I would have moved to DC out of college. I tried to. I really wanted to work in Fairfax County, but I also was like, it's really expensive, and I didn't see the point of being a teacher in DC. But that's neither here and there. I could talk about that in another video. So anyway, I'm gonna say bye because it's been 13 minutes, and I don't want to keep you all on for much longer. Enjoy your day, and let me know if there's anything you want to comment, you want to see me talk about, or you want to discuss too. Just let me know. All right, have a good evening. See you soon. Bye.